I look down into her big blue eyes and groan. She is the most beautiful thing I've ever looked at. She's perfect, and I don't just mean on the outside. I mean on the inside, too. She's sweet in a way that is hard to believe, especially coming from her lifestyle. I tried to keep my distance after I picked her up at the airport and got reminded of what she did for a living, but when she was around, I couldn't help but want to soak up a little bit of her time. She's not what I expected. From the moment I saw her, I wanted her. I walked into the airport knowing that she wasn't expecting me. I'd messaged Link earlier in the day telling him to let her know I wouldn't be picking her up. I'd had a lead on a case and thought I wouldn't make it in time, and I didn't want her waiting for me. When I spotted her long red hair in the crowd, I watched her run for one of her bags. I couldn't help but laugh when she fell forward and landed on the belt before being dragged with it. She didn't give up, though. She pulled it off the conveyor belt over her head, falling backwards with the weight of it. She was cute. When we got into the car and I sat down next to her, the doors closed, and her smell suffocated me. Her long-ass legs and her shorts made it hard to concentrate on the road, and then I asked her about how she knew Link. I may get around, but I didn't like the idea of her being with someone who was a friend for some reason, and then she reminded me that she worked at a strip club, throwing all ideas of getting to know her out the window. I don't have an issue with strippers in general, but I know what happens at strip clubs. I do understand that not all women are the same, and there are dancers who work in clubs to make money and nothing more. But I also know that there are some who go home with men at the end of the night, or are willing to go a little further in order to make a little extra cash. "Step back," she says, and I shake my head, pressing deeper into her. She smells like flowers or something sweet. I have wanted to be this close to her for a long time. Now that I've got her where I want her, I'm not backing off. "Why are you doing this?" she asks softly, squeezing her eyes closed. "I want you. I want to get to know you." "No," she breathes, shaking her head. "Yes." I press her harder into the wall. "The things I know about you I don't like." I know she's just being honest, but it doesn't mean that it makes my chest ache any less. The look in her eyes when she walked into my office when I was talking to Nico on the phone still haunts me. I know that my cousin was trying to make me see that I was interested in her, but I didn't need his help with that. I knew I wanted her. I just didn't know how I could deal with my jealousy. The thought of men looking at her or touching her makes me feel homicidal. When she spoke, her words tore me open. I knew that, regardless of my own fears, I needed to find a way to deal with it, or I'd lose her before I even got to have her. Then I went to Nico's house and saw him with Sophie and how close they had gotten. The way she looked at him, like he had the power to turn on the sun, had me feeling jealous. I wanted that for myself.